Howdy folks and welcome back to 50 Nautical Mile Arc. Yes, you do see the FlyJSim 727, in this case the 100, on the tarmac. We are at Pullman, Washington. This is the paver scenery. I'll talk more about it in a moment. But we're going to have a very quick flight today. We're going to go from Pullman up to Spokane, Washington. It's only like 74.1 miles, so we're going to spend more time talking than flying probably, but I wanted to get back into the 727. Those of you who know me and know the channel, the 727 by FlyJSim is the favorite aircraft of mine for X-Plane 11. This is the X-Plane 11 version, which means it's version 2.1 something, what you see on your screen right now. At the time of this recording, FlyJSim is working on another version of the aircraft, which could be completely redone and it'll be a repurchase. But this is the 2 point something that was updated specifically to work at X-Plane 11, and it does work very well. This is the first time I've flown the 721. I normally do the 727-200 Advanced, so I had to reset all my presets and everything before I started recording, so I've already been sitting here for like half an hour, but we are ready to go now. That being said, even though this is my favorite aircraft in all of X-Plane 11, it's kind of funny to say that because I prefer general aviation. I prefer the Beech 1900. I prefer the tiny Twin Otter. I prefer the small, tiny aircraft, general aviation flying in general. But if you were to make me choose my favorite plane, this is definitely it. So there you have it. I'm excited to be back in it. The reason why we're doing a short flight is because I want to fly this thing. It's been like 9 months since I've flown this thing, and I'm excited to finally get in it. So I chose a quick flight, little hop. We'll get back in it, see if I can still fly this thing. I don't know. I hope I can. Anyway, we are at Pullman. This is the paver Pullman scenery. The reason why I bought this a long time ago was because this is where my wife went to grad school, and she had so much fun in grad school. I lived through her stories. I had a very boring college life. I was a music major. I was in the practice rooms all by myself till midnight on Fridays. Don't feel badly for me, please. It's paid off, trust me. However, my wife had all kinds of fun that I will not discuss because she will be upset, because the person she was in grad school is not the person she is now, and she would not want people to know her secrets. And if I told you the secrets, this would no longer be a family-friendly channel. So just use your imagination, but this is where all that happened. Well, outside of the airport anyway. Pullman is actually over that way, which is modeled. We'll fly over it. Moscow, Idaho, is that way, which is not modeled. But anyway, so this is payware, and I've flown out of this only twice. I think we did land this thing at this airport once, and there's a video of it somewhere on my channel, and quite a landing it was. The VOR approach for this is tricky. It has you bypass the city, come in low over that hill in the background, and then you suddenly have to turn right inland. And it was very difficult. It was a very windy day that day. The wind was behind us, but I did it. And then I screwed up the APU and lost hydraulics as I was taxiing. So we landed fine. We just couldn't taxi. But that was a long time ago. I probably had bad audio at that time. I probably was very monotone and boring when I was talking at that time, but it did happen. So this will be the first time we fly this thing out of here, and like I said, we are going to Spokane International. I don't know if it's modeled or not. We're just going to go for it. Slant Alpha, we're only going to get up to like 10,000 feet, being that we have to come down. There is an ILS approach to this on the runway for 21 in Spokane. However, I couldn't figure out a logical way to intercept the ILS, so we're just going to take a VOR outbound 335 degrees. Once we're established on that, we're going to use our heading bug, and then we'll try to catch the ILS. I don't know. We're going to put the other VOR in VOR2, so if we get farther away from the VOR at the airport, we know we've gone too far. We are in the mountains, even though this is kind of a flat part of the mountains, so we can't really screw around and search for an airport. Plus, in the 727, this thing goes so fast that we have to know where we're going. But anyway, like I said, that's a long introduction. We're probably going to be in the air less than I just talked right now. So let's hop inside. You will hear sound because I do have ground power turned on so our passengers can board comfortably. So when we hop inside, you will hear sounds. This thing is so beautiful. I could just stare at this aircraft all day long. So first thing we have to do is get our passengers and cargo. And why am I forgetting where that... Here it is. Anyway, we're not going to have this many people because that's a lot of people. We're just going to turn some of this down. Make us lighter too, which we need to be light to take off. This is a very short runway. However, the 727 was designed to take off and land at short runways. It's not STOL, but one of its reasons was to be short range and regional flights at small airports too. So you don't have to have gigantic airports for these things. All right, so fuel, what did I say was 74.1 nautical miles? So right now we've got 1,000 range. Let's go down to, we're going to go down to 200 though, in case we get lost. Let's do 201. All right, well, we're way below max. So we can close that up. Is it this one? Yes. All right. So here we go. Let's see if I remember how to do this. It has been a very long time. Oh, whoa, wait. Hang on, my headphone cord is in the way here. All right. Battery. On and covered. There we go. Then we got to come over here and trip the APU. We'll just zoom in for that. Oh, by the way, the next update of X-Plane, which might be out by the time you watch this. I don't think so. I'm not recording ahead very much like I used to. Anyway, the next version of X-Plane, 11.1, you're supposed to get 20 presets, which is going to be great for this aircraft because I have 10 now and I've run out. And I'm very excited about having extra presets. So anyway, you want to trip this thing. And then what? You want to start it. Like yes. And you hear it winding up, and we'll wait for that temp to stabilize here in a moment. Good thing I can edit this out because this takes a while. Alright, that's good enough. So we're going to do field and generator to close. Field is this one, close. Generator, close. And if I do this right, external power should already be off, and it is. Without missing a beat. So now we come up here, and this is for quick reference to my lights, but I can't remember what they are. I might have to go in. We've got beacon will come on now, wing will come on now, navigation can come on, strobe, we actually don't need strobe, we'll do that in a little bit, although I'm totally going to forget. Emergency lights, armed, they're already armed. How come they're not armed? Okay, there we go. Stall warning, that is up here somewhere. Why won't that go down? There we go. We do not want to hear that sound. By the time you hear that sound, it is way too late. You're not going to get out of a deep stall in this thing. Window switches 4, turn them on. APU bleed open. And if you're wondering where I got this checklist, I took the checklist built in, which is here. Took that, and then I found the real Boeing 727 checklist, and I made my own from the two. Make sure cooling doors are open, and they are. This is the time to brighten the panel switches, and we don't need to. We have the sun right in our faces. This is kind of a sunset flight. Disconnect the ground power and the air cart, which I think is here, and if everything is done right, it'll stay on, and everything stays on. DC meter to ESSTR. There we go. Gasper fan comes on. Right AC pack is on. That's not AC pack. This is AC pack. That's our passengers don't start sweating when they're sitting there waiting. Alt, pressure. We are only going to fly about, oh gosh, I don't know. Let's go 12,000. And landing altitude is 2,800 and something. Whoops. We want to do the outside one. There we go. 2,800 something. There we go. And switch to ground, and it is. So we come down here. The top right fuel boost is on. Now we do our flight plan and all that stuff. So now we're going to put in all our VORs at once because there's just one VOR and a backup in our ILS. So our main VOR 109, which is going to be this way, I guess. 0.0, like that. 109.0. We're going to take that northbound, and then we'll use heading bug, and then we're going to intercept at 111. This is the ILS 111.1. Normally on the second nav, I'll put the next VOR, and then once we pick it up on the DME, or it'll tell us our distance, then I'll switch the first nav over, blah, 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 but we aren't going that far, so we're not going to use that method. But that's what I normally do, but we're not going to have that chance. So in VOR 2, we're going to put the airport VOR, which is 115.5, and once if we get down and then the distance goes up again, I know we passed the airport. Trust me, it's gonna work. It's gonna work, right? I think so. Anyway, 109 ILS is gonna be 111, 115.5. And we want to intercept 335, which if I go like this, you can go one at a time. Yes, I remember that. 335. Okay, well that's pretty straightforward. Simplest flight plan ever. We're going to I don't know, let's do 11,000 feet. There we go. That's it. It seems so simple. I have to be forgetting something, but I guess not. We'll find out when we get there. Yeah, see, we're already picking up the other VOR at the airport. 53 miles. It says nautical. Is that nautical? In this aircraft, I think that's actually miles. I don't think it's nautical miles in this aircraft. Anyway, if that gets smaller, gets bigger, we're screwed. We've gone way too far. Alrighty. No smoking sign and seatbelt sign are here and here. Piece of cake. Turn on the 7 remaining fuel pumps, which are this preset here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next page of the checklist. Close both cooling doors. This takes a long time. But through the magic of editing, they are done right about now. Turn off the AC pack. And all the bleed valves are open. And then we call the ground crew, which is so cool. So this is what you do. You come out here now. Hear that APU? It is so loud. We're actually going to take off from there. And then we're going to circle around so we can see the city. Turn on the ghost. See? And then we go that way. And we bring it in. It's going to really push us in the dirt no matter what I do. There should be a way. Here it is. There you are. There you go. Now we'll bring it in like that. It'll probably be better like this. I'm trying way too hard to tweak this perfectly. There we go. So, we release parking brake, press auto, and it will push this back. And while you push back, you start your engines. So, let's see here. We're going to come up here. And we're going to do engine 2 first. To ground. And then we come down here. And when it gets to 25, we add fuel. It's going to take a minute, so let's just check out our wing view for a second as we get pushed back. Looking cool, looking cool. Very nice. We should be able to... Oh, yep, I heard it. Where is it? 2. There we go. Did I miss it? Just going up. Okay, good. Then we should hear a click when the ground comes off. It goes to on. And then the fuel or the low pressure light will go out. There's our click. We could sit and wait for the pressure light to go out forever, but I don't want to. So we're going to do engine 3 now. There's ground. Come down here. And when it gets to 25, we'll introduce fuel. And the oil pressure light went out for engine 2. There's 20, there's 22, there's 24. Introduce fuel. And again, we can watch all these gauges and wait for it to stabilize, but I'm not going to worry about it for the sake of time. They're clicked off. Ground. And we'll wait for this to hit 25 and then to introduce fuel to engine 1. In the meantime, we are taxied out and waiting. Yeah, that's not so bad. Good, good. It's not perfectly lined up. I can only choose small increments, but that's okay. The parking brake gets set. I think it sets parking brake. No, you have to set it yourself. Alright, introduce fuel for engine 1. And we'll let that stabilize because we have to turn on hydraulics, but it has to be all ready to go first. So we do actually have to wait a moment for this. I guess in the meantime we can replace our cover. Alright, lights out. So let's go over here and turn on all of our hydraulics. This is so the flaps work. And the nose gear and everything like that. So that's for. We can come up here now and close the generator ties. It should be all of them now, because that was a change back for version 2. Both AC packs on, so our passengers are more comfortable. Cargo heat's in normal. Essential powers to generator. I just have gen, I don't have 1 or 2. Okay. AC meters to bus tie, which they already are. Make sure there are no lights on the panel. There's upper panel, no lights. Lower panel, no lights. That means you did everything right so far. Fuel heat is off, and it already is. Anti-ice. I don't think I do anything with that, actually. Pipe top heat, though. Turn those. Okay, so now you got to do the APU and not screw up. I think you just hit trip. And then off. And then it winds down and I freak out every time. But everything else is still running. There we go. Come back up here. Pressure goes to flight. Gas per fan can come off. APU bleeds can close. Come up here and check our reference speed bugs. If we go to our V card. Take off. Flaps at 20. Rotate 101. Then landing. That's too early to tell. There we go. 101. So, okay, we're pretty light, as we should be. Okay. IS hold is at 250. That is fine. I'm actually going to come down here and check my autopilot. Refamiliarize myself. ILS hold. Heading select. Alt select. Turn nav. Okay. I haven't decided if I'm going to hand fly this or autopilot this yet. Haven't decided. Okay, where are we? I took my thumb off the checklist and I'm in big trouble. Okay. Speed bugs, all that is referenced. Turn on this thing, which I can't see that far. I think it's that button. And it should scan. Okay, there we go. It should say TCAS, I thought. I don't know. Oh well, I thought it said actually said TCAS on there. Let's see what's this do. Alright, I could play with this all day. I'm not going to waste your time. I just want to see what that word is. Gain. Okay, obviously, duh. Alright, whatever. I swore it said TCAS in the corner, but maybe not. Where are we here? Taxi lights come on. Yep, that was right. Taxi lights on. Strobe can come on. I remembered. Nav, strobe, and wing. Auto brakes, RTO. Start putting down flaps. Flaps, what did I say flaps were to take off? 20? Flaps at 20. So that's going to be about 4 o'clock. Start getting flaps down now. It's going to take a while. Alright, let's just taxi out to the end of the runway. Parking brake is off. Let's give a little bit of fuel. There we go. Very nice. We should have some nice scenery for this too. Keep getting flaps down. There you go. Trying to get a nice view. Now that reflection thing updating, that's not a frame rate problem, obviously. That's just how reflections update. Although we do seem to be having some kind of a frame rate problem, but we will survive. Let's get back up front where we can actually see where we're going. How are we on flaps? One more. Okay, it's really hard to... It's hard to look around when you're trying to fly a plane. But isn't the scenery beautiful? I normally don't pay for scenery because then I feel obligated to fly there. But this is for nostalgia. And then I bought the New York scenery because it was given to... The funds were given to me. And I have purchased a Lufker scenery. Actually, well, I used my points on the X store for that. I didn't pay cash for that. But anyway. I'm just enjoying the scenery as we taxi down. Flaps are down. All the lights are on. It's getting darker than I thought it was. That's okay. We'll be able to see the airport if it's dark, right? FlyJSim, at least X-Plane, is much, much easier to do in the dark. Unless, of course, you're in the mountains. Which we kind of are. But you know what I mean. You don't want to do any bush flying in the dark. We'll say that. Alrighty, if I go like this... We should be able to, whoa, see ourselves turn. There we go. We'll make a U-turn, and then we'll get everything ready. There we go. Something like that anyway. Why am I gaining speed? Just like in the 1900, I seem to gain speed when I'm, even with my throttles back. Alright, let's stop right here. Will it let us? Set the parking brake, I think is set. It is. Now I used to do the autopilot thing where I would do flight director up. And then I'll come down here and I would do all my stuff down here. But I can't do that ever since version 2. I have to wait till I'm in the air. So I just have to remember it's going to hold. I just have to make sure I have positive rate. Alright, so here we go. Landing lights on. Taxi lights stay on. Do not need turn off lights for this. Check flaps already did. See flight director, blah blah blah. It doesn't work yet until we're moving. Note the time on the clock. In real life, it is late. It is 10:45 p.m. And 97 N1, and then 92. So you don't blow up your engines, and climb at 280. Well, 250 for now, and then 280. And then we'll maybe engage autopilot. Otherwise, what are we doing here? 335. So we're going to go out. And I'm going to turn around. We'll take a look at the city a little bit. And then we'll intercept our VOR. Let's do runway heading in case I screw up on the heading bug. Alright. Holding the brakes. Spooling up. Are we going to spool? There we start to spool. Short runway, but we can do it. And letting go the brakes, and away we go. 97%, not 100. You don't want to blow up, so we'll go right about there. I'm looking at my N2, although I've been told in real life you use N1, but in the sim, Jack is modeled it to use N2 so you don't blow up. And I hope we get some airspeed quickly here. Although, I guess we have, yeah, we have plenty of runway. What am I thinking? We're going to use half the runway. Nice. I think it's 8,000 feet long or something. Really? I don't feel like we can rotate, but we're going to. Oh, and we are. All right. Whoa, we're up. All right, positive rate, gear up, get the flaps in. We got to stay on the flap schedule. And we're flying, folks. There we go. What's tower view on this thing? There we go. I think that's tower view. I really don't care. I just don't want to crash. Yeah, that's tower view. Nice. Okay. Haha. That's what happens when you don't fly your plane. Not to mention we have mountains. Alright, let's turn around so we can look at the city. And I do not want to exceed 250 knots, so let's bring our engines back a little bit now. We have an insane positive rate. Engines, 92%. We're at 90. We'll keep it at 90 until I get things under control. Man, this is a big, heavy bird. But I love it. Look at that. There's the airport back there already. This is going to be the longest, most gradual U-turn ever. But that's okay. I'm still hand flying, by the way. Flaps are in. Gear is up. We can probably turn off our gear. Let's see if I go like this. Yeah, we're already in the clouds. So, oh, we're about to hit our speed limit. So let's bring back throttle a little bit. And we should be heading back towards our VOR in a moment. You might not get a very good look of the city because we're above the clouds already, but here we go. Oh, my frame rates are just killing me. Alright, we'll just have to do a sightseeing tour, I guess, of the city another time. We kind of already have, but alright, let me see here. What are we looking at? I gotta zoom in so I can see. I'm just gonna make this crazy huge U-turn. And what did I say? It's N2 we look at, right? Oh, N1 now. Maybe I said that backwards. Maybe you're supposed to use N2 in real life, but it's modeled N1. Yeah, because look how... yeah, we got... oh, I'm pointing downwards. There we go. That's better. And we're above the speed limit anyway. This is terrible. I'm doing a very terrible job, aren't I? Oh my gosh. Oh well, whatever. It's been a really long time. Looks pretty though. But I'm banking. No, I'm on the little white line. I'm on the white line. My vertical speed is ridiculous. My airspeed is way over the speed limit. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's straighten out here until we catch the VOR and then we'll head north. So normally when I do a flight in this thing, as you've seen many times, I just engage autopilot immediately and just manage everything that way. But I'm not doing a very good job of hand flying, am I? Alright, we're almost at 10,000 feet. We're just going to stay about this angle towards the VOR until we line up with the outbound radio that we've selected. There we go. Now we're leveling off. Except we're not quite at 10,000. We're still speeding, but at least it looks pretty. Alrighty, I think it is time to do some autopilot because I'm just not doing a very good job. So engage autopilot, alt select, heading select. There we go. Letting go of the yoke. That'll bring us to follow the heading. We're going to go a little bit to the left so that we can... Oh, never mind. There's a VOR. So we're going to come over here, and we'll do nav lock. And we're already at our altitude, right? 11,000 feet. So now we're just going to speed up like crazy. So now I have to manage my throttle so I don't speed up. Landing lights can come off now. This can actually go to disarm. There we go. Good. All I have to do is manage speed with the throttle. And we are just going to follow this out. And eventually I'm going to switch to heading bug. And I will then use our HSI for the ILS. But we got 47 miles. Okay. Now I can relax. That was horrible. That was not how you fly this thing manually. I apologize. But that's just the way it happened to be today. I could have practiced this before I recorded, but I don't want to. I wanted to reestablish myself in this aircraft with everybody. That's kind of the niche I have on this channel, is learning with you. I'm taking screenshots, by the way. That's why the frames are stopping. Bunch of screenshots. Anyway, I want to, like, you know, learn things with you and practice getting better with y'all. Very pretty. Let's check out a couple wing views quick. That one's nice. I like that. That's cool. Let's look at that a second. I have to jump up front to manage some engines, I'm sure. I'm sure we're going very fast. Well, that looks pretty cool. But we do have to fly a plane after all. So 42 miles in the clouds. I guess we could have gone a little higher than 11,000 feet. Our landing altitude's almost 3,000, I guess. But anyway, here we are. Let's get our heading bug in the right spot. So I figured when we're about 20 miles out or so, I'll switch over to ILS, or heading bug and then ILS. So I don't need to talk the whole time, I guess. So let's do a little bit of sightseeing. I guess we're going to have a little bit more time to sightsee than I thought. I thought it was just going to be hop, skip, and jump. And I was going to hand fly this, but it was going so poorly, I just had to engage autopilot. So anyway, enough blabbing. I'll see you in 19 miles. Until then, enjoy the flight. Alright, 20 miles. So we're going to come down here. We're going to do heading hold. Then we're going to switch over to the ILS. Can we pick it up yet? I don't think so. Nope. But when we do, we want to do 210 degrees. Whoops, wrong preset. 210 for this one. Went a little bit too far, of course. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's... 210. We're 18 miles away. Which means we really have to, like, make a sharp turn backwards. Look at that. I'm almost thinking we should go out to the right. And then come in, give us more time. We need to be down at 3,900 feet, by the way, in order to intercept ILS. There we go. Well, we'll leave it like this. If we miss the airport, we miss the airport. I'm going to turn lane lights back on now because we need to come down, I think. Let me think about this a second. We're turning all these stinking things on. We're going to go max too because, you know, me and my panicking. Let's see. Let's at least slow down. So throttle is back. 11,000. We need to get down to essentially 4,000. So that is... let's see, distance 15, 8,000 or 7,000 difference, 8,000 difference, depending how you want to count that out. Maybe we should start coming down. Why am I having such a hard time calculating this? I've done these flights so many times, and I never have an issue calculating my descent. I'm just really, really rusty, I guess. Let's see. Let's slow this down if we can. What are my spoilers? Because I'm going to start coming down. Which means we want to go to about 250. We're just not even slowing down. Throttle is back. We're just sitting at 300 knots. Let's get some spoilers out to slow us down. You can hear it. I love that sound. And there they are. How beautiful is that? Let's get those back in. There we go. Now we're coming down. Let's go to IAS hold. Alt select. That'll start bringing us down. That is, use the throttle then to adjust our rate of descent. And we're pretty close to the airport. 12 miles it says. And it's back behind us, so it's kind of over there. Well, that's nice looking. I really don't have a good feeling about this. Our approach might be really short. Anyway, well, I'm just going to keep slowing. You know, I'm going to slow us down to 200. I don't want to go too slow too soon, because then it like doubles our flight time. Let's just sit here until we pick up the ILS. We can slow down in a hurry in this thing. Just let the spoilers out and we'll be fine. So we're just going to kind of look around and hang tight until that ILS kicks in. Alright, localizer has popped up on our panel up above. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to do auto glide slope. That'll arm that. So once it picks it up, it'll take care of it. We just have to worry about slowing down. So what are we at now? We're at 10,000. We need to be down to 3.9. Man, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. 1,000 feet per minute. We're doing that. That'll be, we want to come down 4, 6. I'm going to slow us down more. I'm going to slow us down to 200. That way we will descend. We have more time to descend. So spoilers are out. IAS hold is going to go down to 200. And the reason is that if we slow us down horizontally but keep the same descent vertically, we have more time before we run out of time. Man, I'm definitely going to have to do some practice flights before I record a full-length flight with this thing, because, man, I'm having a tough time here. Alright, spoilers are in, which also means they're armed. if I push it enough. There we go, that arms those guys. No flaps, no gear. Actually, I am getting my first set of flaps out because we're at 200 and our tail is sagging. I can see it. Our V card for landing. Flaps at 30, 111. Knots, 30 is second to the end. So, I don't know why I haven't picked up the ILS yet if we're only 8 miles away. If we're only 8 miles away, shouldn't we have picked up ILS by now? Right? It's 111.1. Anyway, we're learning together. We're going to figure this out together. I'm going to get my airport VOR set up just in case. 115.5. That way, if we just have to kind of fake a VOR approach, we can. Because that's been at 12 for a long time. There we go. We're way too high. So, spoilers out. And flaps out. And a little early for gear yet. There we go. We passed the runway. It didn't turn us towards the runway. Why not? Oh my gosh. Well, here we go. Let's just head towards the runway. It's not going to, is it? It's stuck on that guy. Heading select. Come on. Thank you. Oh, this is terrible. This is just terrible. Now we're... What in the heck is going on here? Now we passed it again. Well, this... I mean, it says it's armed and it knows it's there. Oh, this is just horrible. Let's put gear down. Spoilers are still out all the way. Well, there's our runway. Alright, let's kill autopilot. And let's just do this ourselves. Like they say, if you can see the runway, you can land on it in a 727. We are going to see if that is true. Or is that the runway? Which airport are we landing at? Has to be this one. Has to be this one. Because according to, well, we'll see when we cross this here. We gotta slow down. There, we're slowing down. We'll tell which runway it is based on our... Oh my gosh, okay, good. Get nice and slow. We're not going to be able to land at that one though if it's that one. And one more set of flaps. Gears down. Spoilers are still fully deployed. I think the spoilers can probably come... Well, I don't think the spoilers can come in yet. There you go. Spoilers in and armed. Oh my gosh. Wow, okay. Throttle, throttle, throttle. We're high, but we're not fast. There we go, we got one. Whoa, wind. Hey, wind, okay. There we go, we got one red. Oh my gosh, why won't this level off? Wow, there's two. Two red, two white. We're going a little slow, little slow. There you go, come down, we're high again. Oh boy. Here we go, we're right at that threshold of stall. Sink rate? What? Here we go. Greased it. Couldn't even tell we touched down. It bounced the nose wheel though. Look how fast this thing stops. That's crazy. Wow. Well, that was an interesting flight, if I may say so myself. Sorry I didn't talk for the last 30 seconds there, but I was really concentrating on landing this thing. I don't know where we're going. I don't know the airport, obviously. Let's vacate over here. No, we won't. Let me see. Where are we? Oh, okay. Never mind. We just stopped so doggone fast that we didn't even get to the first high-speed exit. Let's have a look around while we're waiting for ourselves to catch up. Not bad scenery. This is a really nice looking airport. Very cool. Huh. Alrighty, well, let's get out of here. We'll check out that landing. I bounced the nose wheel. What the heck was that? And I didn't roll out. I came to a complete stop. Because I was so excited to get on the ground, I came to a complete stop. I should have rolled out a little bit. Anyway, let's find a place to park this thing. Actually, we're going to stop here and set the parking brake. And we'll look at the replays before we clean it up, because, like I've said before, if we clean it up now, it gets really strange after the replay. So let's see how badly I bounce this nose wheel. Alright, let's take it from here. It went pretty well, but I bounced the nose wheel, so let's see how this goes. Let's see. That's a nice shot. I like that. Coming down, just hanging out. Wow. And then I bounced. Oh, see, I didn't even know I was down. Oh, man. If I didn't bounce that nose wheel, that would have been a really respectable landing, but I had to screw it all up. But that's okay. Let's see what the passengers had to see. Alright, here we go. Crossing over the airport boundary. And spoilers engage. Nose wheel down. Nose wheel up. Nose wheel down. We stop on a dime. Cool. Alright, let's head back to real time and park this thing. Alright, so let's clear this thing up a little bit here. Put that there. I think that's all we needed to do. Let's actually hop outside. And we're gonna go over there with our friends. So let's do that. What a beautiful airfield. What a nicely, beautifully modeled airport. Wow. That is so cool. Such a great job. So the answer to the question in the title of the video, can I still fly the 727? We landed. That's all I have to say. My hand flying was terrible. My navigation was terrible. And just as we almost made up for it with the grease landing, I bounced the nose wheel. I'm so disappointed. I used to be so good at flying this thing. It's just been way too long. But that's okay. I'll get back into it. I think it helps more too if I have longer flights. Short flights in a big plane that's fast and huge and difficult to maneuver. They're hard. It didn't help that I screwed up that ILS. I don't know why it didn't pick up until it did. I'm actually going to have to go back and watch my older videos to try to figure out how I did that, how I made that transition from the last VOR outbound into the ILS. because I can't remember. Anyway, that's the kind of stuff I do off camera to figure that stuff out. We're just trying to park this thing. And we're going to park it and stop it right about there. And then, whoops. Sorry for the microphone, it bonked it again. And we'll set parking brake. There we go. Perfect. At least I can park it. Kind of. I'm not really on the line, am I? Well, without a flagman. Alright, nice looking place. Let's hop inside. And let's shut this thing down. Let's hook up ground power and the air cart first. And then turn on external power there. Come down here and kill the engines. But that'll leave our lights on. So people can still get out of here. And we're not going to do anything else to shut it down. Yes, we are. We're going to turn some lights off that we don't need. Whoops, that was off. Which way is which on? Let's see. There we go. We'll leave the logo light on. There we go. Everything's winding down, getting quiet. Hope you enjoyed the flight. It was definitely a flight of follies. That was not smooth at all. The only smooth part of the video was talking before I even started a single engine. But we made it. It actually took longer than I thought it would. But we're back in the 727. Look for more 727 flights soon. I will polish my 727 flying. I need to. I mean, it's the plane I love to fly, so I just got to do it again. It's been a long time. So stay tuned for some more of this, some more of that, and some more of the other thing. Welcome to Spokane, Washington. Busy place. And I'll catch you on the next one.